Hello, my creatively faithful friends. This is Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to play my hashtag coffee and books game. I played this once in 2025. It took me quite some time to get the board ready and everything. I recently, last week, put out a poll to ask you which you would prefer. Would you prefer me to roll a dice to choose the game I played, or would you just prefer me to choose a different game every month? Well, of the people that voted, it won by a large percentage that I just choose, but I play a different game every month. So I am going to start off the year playing this game, and I have a few little rules, and I will show you. I am going to be totally honest with you. This is the second time I have played this game. I played it once, and I just wasn't real happy with what the results were. Not that I am cheating and just throwing it all out, but I didn't know what to do with the end spot, and I had a whole bunch of different things that kind of didn't apply and everything. So I've decided this one stack of cards are just prompts. So I've decided to just use the prompts. I had some other cards out here that had that corresponded with the icons that had different, like if I had a library list, I keep a whole bunch of lists on my library account. If it was list number 3, choose book number 4, and that kind of stuff. And then I had some Kindle lists that I wasn't able to get the book on Kindle Unlimited. I had to purchase the book. So, and I don't really care for purchasing books on Kindle Unlimited. I don't mind purchasing books that are going to be in my own library. And then if you have heard me before, I don't really have a home library, but I think that's about to change. And anyhow, I'm kind of rambling. And on that previous TBR that I had checked out or picked out with the board, I did not get any of the books that I just purchased or any of the books that were on my own books that I do own. So I want to try and remedy that. But I do want to tell you a couple things about the board. This spot right here that says "But First Coffee," this goes with these prompts. particularly, and this one right here that says coffee with a macaron, this goes with these yellow prompts. And then I have a reward system. I don't believe in rewards and punishments by, if I don't read the whole TBR, I add another book. I don't believe in that. So Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails helped me come up with this idea. I do cash stuffing of my my money, and she said, why don't you have an envelope that you get money rewards? So that's what these are for. The books are $5 and the little icons are $3, and I'm going to play them in every game, no matter what game I play, because I only played them like once last year. Didn't think that I needed to, to play them. I was only planning to play them in this game, and then I only got one, because I only played it one time. I only got $8 last year in 2025. I don't remember when I played this game, maybe March. So anyhow, I'm going to roll the dice. I have a 20-sided die, and I'm going to roll the dice. There are only, I counted, there are only 18 spots. And this spot is the end spot. This spot is the last icon. And this spot right here, I didn't tell you. This spot right here means to go back to the coffee shop and get another coffee. It doesn't mean that I have to do away with all the books. It just means that I have to kind of start over collecting additional books. Okay. So I'm going to roll the die to see where we are going to put these. The first one is a book. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll put that right there. We'll go back and forth. 1, we'll put a book. And we got 6 again. 11, we'll put an icon. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put a book. 1 we already have. 8, 7, 8. 7 we already have. 13. That one went off the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll put this up here. 17, 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll put this right there. And 15. Okay, so those are my little rewards, either monetary rewards. And what I will do with that money is just save it for a few months or whatever. May save it for the whole year. I don't know. But I will save it in my cash stuffing envelopes, and then we'll decide what we'll do with it. Okay, so I'm going to use a 6-sided die to pull the prompts. Oh goodness, and I got a 1 right off the bat. And I have a little silver, tiny little coffee cup for my token. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have that off to the side. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So I have $5. And we'll pull a prompt. A book with your least favorite color on the cover. I will tell you my least favorite color, if you're talking about all the colors, is black. So let's see if I have black on a cover. Okay, so I have some, because I have very few books to choose from, I have some choices from my shelves and from the library. So I just purchased this book, Noble, by Misu Andrews. This was one of my purchases. If you didn't see my Barnes & Noble haul that my daughter gave me a gift card for Christmas and we went shopping, I'll link that in the description box down below. So that's this book. And I kind of am thinking that this is a dark navy blue, but it does have a black road. Okay. I've had this book the longest. And this one, the hair is more prominent black. So I think I'm going to choose the Misu Andrews book, the Noble. Okay. So that is book number 1 on our TBR is Noble, David's Brides. It's book 2 in the series by Misu Andrews. Okay. And let's go see what book number 2 is. We're on a 6. Or roll a 6. 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got another book. Another $5. Okay. Read a sequel. I know exactly what I'm going to read. This is book 3 in the Freddie and Grace mystery by Pepper Basham. It's called The Juliet Code. I used to have interlibrary loan through my library, and then they stopped doing that. And I had checked this book out, but I didn't get through it before I had to return it. So I am going to choose this book. It's in a series, so I guess all of the subsequent books are sequels. So I am going to, so the second book on my TBR is The Juliet Code by Pepper Basham. Okay, so let's see where we are. We're right here. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we didn't get any money that time, but that's okay. A book with time travel. Ooh. Okay, this is... Okay. I should have talked about this at the beginning. I'm kind of gonna have to get used to this all over again because I haven't done this in a while. I have some books, the annual readathons that I am participating in are Jeanette's, from Jane Reed's, her Christian fiction book, and the prompt for January has to be a book with a dual timeline, which would be time travel. And then the second prompt that goes kind of with it, you could do it one or you could double up both. It has to have less than, it's a hidden gem, has to have less than 1,000 reviews on Goodreads. And so I am going to choose that book, which I will show you in just a minute, because I don't remember the name of it and I left my phone in the other room. So we'll do this when we do our reading wrap up. Okay. That didn't roll good. I'm going to roll again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have another $3. A book set in your favorite season. Oh, I don't want to do this. My favorite season is summer. I don't want to read any summer books in January. Can I choose to discard that? I'm going to choose to discard that for now. I'm going to choose another one. Okay. Oh, I do like this one. A book checked out from the library that I didn't read. I have a whole list of books that I have checked out from the library over the last 2024 and 2025 that I didn't read. So I will see which one of those I want to choose. And yeah, and then we'll come back when I recap on that one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, more, and then the end spot. So if we get more than a 3, we'll be at the end spot. We got a 2. 1, 2. So now we have another $3. A book from my reading bucket list. I don't know what that means. I'm going to discard that one too until I figure out what that one means. A romance novel. Okay, I have a romance novel on my 26 in 2026 that I have not released a video on that yet, but I am going to choose that book. You'll get to see that before you see the actual video, because I'm filming this before I film that one. So that's what I'm going to choose. Okay. So now if we get a 1, we're right here. If we get a 2 or above, we're on the end spot and the game's over. Okay, we got a 4. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and I want to attribute this to Jeanette from Jane Reads, because we are going to choose a spinner wheel from my 26 books to read in 2026. So these are all of my 26 in 2026 books that are on my list. So in fact, I might get 3 of them out of the way in January, because that's where I'm going to choose the romance novel and then the book checked out from the library that I didn't read. So let's see what we get, what this lands on. And it landed on A Reluctant Bride from, I believe that's Jody Hedlund. I will come back and, when I recap, I will come back and let you know. So, anyhow, it might not be by Jody Hedlund. It might be by Tracy Patterson. So we'll see. When I do that, I'll know who it's from. So I am going to leave it there just in case I don't get to it. Okay. And then I am going to go look at my annual readathons. I already have them up here. And for Chantel's January readathon, I'm going to try to go in order for most of the things. For the January readathon is Embers in the London Sky by Sarah Sundin. I need to get that from my library. And for Jane Reads, for Jeanette's readathon, Christian fiction readathon, and that is from for January, it's a dual timeline and a hidden gem. And I'm going to read The Edge of Mercy by Heidi Shivarola, and that's on Kindle Unlimited. And then the other one, I'm participating in 4 this year. So those 2, and then Cat Stories. And for hers, for the most part, I am choosing a book of the Bible to read. So for January, the word is first, and I'm choosing Proverbs because it will be the first time I have ever read through the book of Proverbs. Complete through the whole book. And then Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, I am participating in hers. Hers is celebrating the 100 years of Winnie the Pooh. And I haven't chosen which one I want to do yet. Let's see. This has been on my TBR 2 times. And I am going to choose Rabbit which when it took it down here to the end, which is Grumpy Sunshine. And it's A Name Unknown by Rosanna M. White. And I can get that. Actually, that one is in Kindle Unlimited because my library does not have the first. That is the first book in a series. And I actually read them out of line or out of order. I read book 3 and then I haven't read the other 2. So I'm going to go back and read that one. And I'm going to change this right now to KU. Okay, so that will be that one. I'm going to do January 1st for Proverbs. I'm going to do that one. Oh, why did that? Oh, I know why that went there. Hold on. Okay. There we go. And then Chantel's is in the London Sky. Okay, so I will come back and recap these, and I will have to do it tomorrow when this video is going up. This video is going to go up on December 31st, and I'll have to do it tomorrow because I have to leave right now to go to Bible study. So, anyhow, so I'm going to take a break through the evening, but you won't see that because you'll see it tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the game and the different games I'm going to play this month for January. We ended up getting $16. Wow, that'll definitely buy a book. So once I'm going to leave those right there, but once I transfer the money into the envelope, then I'll add those in. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this game. I hope you love the, playing of it. We may play a different game next month. We may play the same one. So, and I would like to ask you, in your, what you would define a book from your reading bucket list. Would you think that is from your yearly TBR? Would you think that is from just your shelves? What would you think that's from? So thanks so much for sticking with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, my creatively faithful friends. I'm back. Not the next day, but the next. Today is January 1st, and I am back to kind of recap all of the books that I have for my January TBR. I'm very, very excited, and I already started reading one of the books because I was, for a little bit, went to Krista from Books and Jams. I know it's Books and Jams, but I don't know if it's Krista's Books and Jams. But anyhow, I'll have her channel linked down below, as well as any other channels that I have mentioned. But I went to her reading sprints last night for New Year's Eve reading sprints, and I had finished all the books I was going to read in December. So I started reading from my January TBR. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So on my hashtag Coffee and Books game that you just saw me play, the first prompt I pulled was a book with your least favorite color on the cover. My least favorite color is a black, and I just got this book in my Barnes & Noble book haul. My daughter gave me a gift card, and we went shopping together. So I got this book. This is the second book in Misu Andrews' King David's Bride series. So I got that. And so that's the first book on my TBR. Then the second book was to read a sequel. And I may do some of these out of order. I'm not sure. I read The Mistletoe Countess and A Cairo Curse from Pepper Basham from the Freddie and Grace Mysteries series. And I had checked this out. I told you earlier in the clip, I had checked this out on interlibrary loan, and I didn't get it finished before it was due back. So, and we don't have interlibrary loan anymore, so I purchased this book at Barnes & Noble. And then the next one, or one of the other ones, was, this is where I'm not sure if we're in order or not, is a romance novel. And this book happens to be on my 26 in 2026. That's why I said I may get more than one book off of that list. So this is Some Like It Scott by Pepper Basham. Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails said this book is fabulous, so I picked that book up. Hi, this is editing Teresa. I totally forgot on the end spot when I spun the wheel. I am going to be reading A Reluctant Bride by Jody Hedlund, and that is from my 26 in 2026 books. I got that idea for the end spot of the game from Jeanette from Jane Reed's channel. And that book was not available. Somebody had it checked out. So I have placed it on hold. So I'm pretty sure I'll get it because I'm the next in line. I'll get it in January. So thanks. Sorry, I forgot that. Picked that book out as my romance novel. And then the next one, well, the next two, I'll get into this one next, but the next, another one that I picked was a book checked out from the library that I didn't read. And I am going to, oh my goodness, it hasn't come in yet. And I just went and placed a hold on it. What book did I choose? Give me a minute. Okay. So I chose a book checked out from the library that I didn't read. I have checked out this book before and I didn't read it. Is The Winter Rose. And, you know, I thought it was perfect to read in the winter. It's called The Winter Rose by Melanie Dobson. So that is book number 4 on my TBR. And then I also pulled a book with time travel, which I am going to use this one for my annual readathon. And so I'm participating in 4 annual readathons. The first one is Chantel Reads All Day. And we'll do that one first, and then we'll come back to this one. So that is Embers in the London Sky. I checked out. It had to have an article in the title, and in and the is in the title. I didn't want it to start with the, but so I had to have an article in the title. So checked out this by Sarah Sundin. I love her writing. So that is for Chantel's readathon. And then the next one, a book with time travel. I will put the picture of it right here. The Edge of Mercy by Heidi Shivarola. And that's the book that I started reading last night. It's on Kindle Unlimited. This had to be a dual timeline, and also to fit both prompts had to have a dual timeline or hidden gem had to have less than 1,000 reviews on Goodreads. And so that one fit the bill for both of those. So that is book number 5. And then the next annual readathon I'm participating in is Cat Stories. And for all of her words, I have chosen, I'll put her graphic up over here. But for all of her words, I have chosen a book of the Bible, except for a couple, to read. And so this month, I am reading the book of Proverbs. The word was first. And the reason I chose the book of Proverbs is I've of course read Proverbs here and there all throughout my life, but I have never sat down and read the entire book of Proverbs. So this will be my first time reading through the book of Proverbs. And I made an annual goal for myself. Haven't written all my goals down yet, but this is a goal for myself. I am going to, my morning routine is I get up in the mornings and I take my thyroid pill, because you have to take that without any food or drink of any kind. So I can't hop out of bed and go get my coffee or anything. I have to take that pill, and then you have to wait at least 30 minutes before you eat or drink anything. So as soon as I take that pill in the mornings, that was my scrolling social media time. Well, I made a goal for myself that this year, that time will be Bible time. So Bible before social media. So I need to pick up my Bible first thing, and I need to read whatever it is I'm supposed to read. Now, I do have scripture writing and a devotional that I do, but that will come later on in the day. But that first Bible before social media time will be that Cat Stories book of the Bible that I'm reading. So I'm reading through Proverbs. Then the last annual readathon I'm participating in is Katie's from Paperbacks and Ponytails, and she is doing the anniversary of Winnie the Pooh, 100-year anniversary of Winnie the Pooh, and I chose to start with Rabbit, and it was, a grumpy sunshine trope. And I am going to read, I have had this on 2 TBRs last year, and I am going to read A Name Unknown by Rosanna M. White. It is part of a series, and I read book 3 in 2024, not knowing that it was part of a series. When I started this reading journey in 2024, I didn't pay attention to that. So I want to go back and read books 1 and book 2. My library doesn't have book 1, and so I am getting book 1 off of my Kindle. And then the next thing that I am going to read, this is for Katie, Paperbacks and Ponytails. I am part of her Patreons group, and this is our buddy read for the month of January, Still My Forever by Kim Vogel Sawyer. So I am reading that. So I have these books on my TBR, plus 2 more that are on my Kindle. So that is what I am reading for the month of January. Now, I would love to start off the month with finishing my TBR and also being able to do more. Another book that I really want to get to in January, because it will fulfill me having loosely participated in Epistolary January, and this book is a really, really popular book. Not a Christian fiction book, but is widely popular. And my daughter gifted it to me, and I want to read The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. So I don't normally do this because I know nothing about this book, but I am going to read the synopsis. Sybil Van Antwerp has throughout life used letters to make sense of the world and her place in it. Most mornings around 10:30, Sybil sits down to write letters to her brother, to her best friend, to the president of the university, who will not allow her to audit a class she desperately wants to take, to Joan Didion, and Larry McMurtry to tell them what she thinks of their latest books, and to one person to whom she writes often yet never sends a letter. Sybil expects her world to go on as it always has. So anyhow, it's about her life and her writing books, and something unexpected happens. I didn't want to continue reading because I didn't want to spoil it. So that is another book that I'm hoping to get to in January. So those are my books. I'm back I alluded to that fact in the Barnes & Noble video, and I am not so sure that I'm going to be as active as I was last year. I'm still recovering. I'm still, you know, trying to get okay. I'll leave a link to a blog post that I did in the description box down below if you want to hear the whole shebang. I am still going to cardiac rehab, and that will continue through the month of February, probably the middle of the month or towards the end of the month. And so I don't want to jump back into as much as I was doing while I'm still going to cardiac rehab, because I have to go 3 times a week. So anyhow, so that's it for me. I'm really excited about reading this year. Stay tuned. I will have, I don't know when, because I haven't filmed it yet, but I will have a setup of my reading journal. I am using a Kell of a Plan reading journal for this year, because it's kind of a little simpler than me having to create everything myself, and because it's already got pre-made stuff in it. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to quit rambling now, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.